that last match was very, very impressive. Now it's time for our last match of this part of the show. Afterwards, we will take a small break. Now, this is one of our matches which you, the fans, voted for. Now, in this match, will we have a 2 out of 3 falls match or a classic British rules match? Let's see what we're gonna have. Danny, please.
Drum roll, please. It is British rules match.
So, in this match, there will be 6 3-minute rounds with a 20-second rest period in between each round. Rounds can be won either by pinfall or submission. And if there is a disqualification or a count out, the match will come to an immediate end. With that being said, let's play our music for the first competitor, please.
So you heard it there first, guys, from the MC himself, Champagne Charlie, British rules match. And I'm throwing up there for someone who is very familiar with British rules. The winner of the 2K26 Rumble in Bromley at the last show. He is Andros Jay. Winner of the 2K26 Rumble. He has got a guaranteed British title shot. We don't know when that's going to be. Big O does not know when that's going to be. Only Andros Jay knows when he wants to cash in that opportunity of a lifetime.
Yes, huge opportunity in the future for Andros Jay. I'm sure he'll want some momentum going into that championship match with a solid win today.
Indeed, indeed. The emo transport here, Andros Jay, he is representing British Wrestling alongside his brother alongside the team in the ring just now. Along also with Will Weston throughout the Bromley show for the Rumble himself. Looking to make another statement here.
And introducing his opponent.
Mustache in the south. Peter Miller comes out for his match against Andros Jay, accompanied by Big O. We do have an exciting, this is a great matchup we've got coming up. Peter Miller, an incredibly talented technical wrestler, formerly a tag team champion here in DKW. His partner Ashley currently out with an injury, so we wish him a speedy recovery at home. But Big O filling in for Ashley today.
You gotta wonder, did Andros Jay know that Big O's gonna be there?
I imagine he's got, he's got spies everywhere, does Andros.
Of course, Andros will be looking to make a statement here at the hands, or body, say, of Peter Miller. You heard it from Andros there. He's making a statement.
The crowd firmly behind Peter here. A lot of mustache fans in the arena.
And just to remind anyone watching, this is a British rules match. So we have 6 3-minute rounds with a 20-second rest period in between. two pins, two submissions or knockout will determine the winner of this. We could see 2-0, 2-1. We could see all kinds of things. Basically, the 6 rounds, first to 2 will win.
Starting out with a very traditional British feeling out. We're going to a collar and elbows high up. The crowd firmly behind Peter Miller, but a few Andros Jay fans in the crowd. Certainly some elder emos, I would imagine, who haven't quite gotten over it. Taking the shortcut out of that collar and elbow tie up to get the wrist lock on Peter Miller did Andros Jay.
You say shortcut like a bad thing. A shortcut is a good thing with Andros Jay. You can cut through the offense and get the upper hand that you need to get.
We're seeing now a nice technical reversal from Peter Miller, turning Andros Jay's wrist lock into his own wrist lock. As Andros Jay slips under, breaks the grip, back into the wrist lock.
I didn't see you watching Peter Miller with his shortcut there.
Hey, no, that was technical wrestling. He didn't stomp on Andros Jay's foot. Climbers carry takeover. Andros Jay keeps hold of the wrist lock though. Very good to keep control there.
And he's holding that here as well. Andros is lifting a limb. Like we saw over with Jaden Dercia. He's lifting the arm. Because Peter Miller does the mid-staff slam, which is a very important use of his arms and upper body.
Yes, Andros Jay seemingly coming in with a game plan much like Jake Williams did earlier. Right now, both of these men are trying to prove who is the better technical wrestler. We've got a hammerlock on now from Andros Jay. What has Peter Miller got to get away from this? Slips under, gets a hammerlock of his own. Transitions into a front face lock.
Both men sort of just jostling here to get the upper hand and get the proper control of the match.
They're vying for position right now.
Yeah.
Andros Jay working that wrist. Really tight grip on that, wrenching on the wrist. Using his elbow now to get back into that hammerlock position.
And this is exactly what you want to see from Andros Jay. To make the statement you've got to make, you've got to avoid these sorts of encounters, these sorts of clashes. And get out one like that.
Yeah, making a statement, picking out one like that. I think it was. There hasn't been too many strikes from this match before. As we enter the final quarter of this first round, or the final 6, I should say, sorry.
Can you count for them?
At least to 3. Speaking of 1, only 1 that time. Both of these men, it would be a great start to this match to be able to get a pin. Rolls him up into the La Magistral. Oh, only a 2 count there. Wrapped up, almost got it, and that's the end of the first round.
Indeed, indeed. So score remains 0-0 as we now enter the first of potentially 6 20-second breaks.
Both men now convening with their coaches and their emotional support.
I mean, no wonder the coaches here fought earlier tonight as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps one of them might have got their head dropped a little bit. Don't know if they'll be giving the best advice. But both these men only have 20 seconds to recompose themselves before they have to get back into the action.
Indeed.
Seconds out.
Careful now. Ben Stykes needing to get some control here.
I think Bruce is just trying to offer Peter a stone. That's the setup,
I want to believe that you're trying to see the best that you've done, but I just don't.
Well, here we go to the second round. At 0-0.
Shades of the first round of this contest as both men begin trading wrist locks once again. Andros Jay's left arm and both arms wrapped up. I don't know if that's just for protection of those are perhaps weak spots that Peter Miller can pick at.
And this is a prime opportunity here for Big O to study and watch Andros Jay, his future British title.
Yes, excellent point. Great learning opportunity for Big O.
Not that Big O's not, you know, on the radio with Andros Jay or vice versa, but as of right now at this moment,
we're seeing the big man on the top rope. What a move, what a low ceiling. Sends Andros Jay to the other side of the ring.
he is known for doing a bit of lucha in his spare time with Peter Miller, and we're seeing it in display right now.
Out you go, Andros!
Sending Andros back to the center of the ring.
Ready for the kick!
He's
Is it
caught
time? Oh, big kick off the second turnbuckle from Peter Miller. Gets the cover, only a 2 count.
You've got to do more than that to take out Andros Jay, the potential future British champion.
Yes, the number one contender currently showing that he is deserving of that position. Miller trying to get the crowd behind him now, feeling their energy.
That's the thing. Someone like Peter Miller feeds off the energy of the crowd. Someone like Andros Jay can be independent and not rely on others.
Trying to pick him up with the mustache slam there. Andros Jay sending Peter Miller into the turnbuckle. Tornado DDT off the second rope. Going for the cover.
That could be it.
And the second round goes to Andros Jay. The score is 1-0. Andros
I've got to say, I agree with Andros Jay. It's effective. It worked.
I mean, there's only so much you can do when you just get dumped on the top of your head. And Peter Miller, the larger man in this match, that's a lot of weight coming down on his neck and his head. He's using your opponent's weight against him.
Of course, it is only 2 seconds, so the breaks are not that long.
Peter Miller clearly rocked by that DDT. Who knows if 20 seconds will be enough for him to compose himself.
Could be an easy fight off Andros Jay.
Could just be an opportunity for Andros Jay to pick up the pieces here in round number 3. Only needs to win 1 more round to win this contest. Peter Miller still needs to win 2. As we enter round 3.
Round 3.
And once again, Andros could see the issue that people were having and he was still getting set up. Like, what an honourable man Andros Jay.
Honourable, I don't know. But yes, Peter Miller certainly on wobbly legs at the start of this third round here. Big knee drop right in the throat of Peter Miller. Not quite enough. Peter Miller, I don't know if he knows where he is or if he just kicked out instinct there.
I think that's more an instinct thing. Like, you just shoot the arm up, you know, no matter what's going on, what you're doing, you've got to just make sure you're still back.
Yeah, once you've been wrestling long enough, you know that if you hear that second hand up on the mat and you're looking at the lights, you're going to get that shoulder up, whether you know where you are or not.
Just controlling that Andros Jay. Peter is not on the good spot right now.
No, I can't say that he is. Bruce Bravo getting in the face of Peter Miller as well. Big O coming over here to make sure nothing untoward happens. Ben Stack doing a good job to get Andros Jay off Peter Miller before the 5 count.
And also just using the ropes to further inflict more damage on Peter Miller. It's almost like he has the feet, but you use the ropes as well to choke opponents as well.
What a lazy cover. No weight across Peter Miller there at all.
To be fair to Andros, Peter doesn't really have that much left to do, so maybe the lack of a strong cover.
You can't be assuming you're going to beat a former DKW British Tag Team Champion that easily. See, that was better. He at least put pressure on the far shoulder there.
Still not enough though to take Peter Miller out and get that victory in this British World match.
Not enough to keep the mustache down. Sends him off the ropes. Peter Miller comes back, eats a back elbow. Just insulting kicks.
I was going to say, you might say insulting or mocking or something along those lines. It's effective. It's not only physical pain in these insulting kicks or mocking kicks. It's also mental damage being done as well. You're actually mocking your opponent and affecting their ability to perform in their own mind.
Yeah, certainly a bit of psychological warfare going on there.
2, 3, 4.
Did you like the 5 count from the referee there?
Yeah, certainly utilising all of those 5 seconds that he has.
As we enter the last seconds here of round 3.
Good. Yeah. Okay. You don't want to go to cry, I'll do it.
No submission in that round. The score is still 1-0 in Andros Jay's favour.
And you hear what Andros just said right there as well about Big O. Everything he's doing here is a message to Big O. Every bit of damage, every kick, every punch, every choke is a message of what he wants to do to Big O.
Yes, certainly trying to put the fear of God into Big O here.
Is God in there?
He might be. Peter Miller does not look like he knows where he is right now. He's taking some serious punishment. As we enter the 4th round of this match, we're in the 2nd half.
Indeed, and we're still at 1-0 for Andros, which is an advantage we'll definitely take most of going into this.
Peter Miller showing he still has some awareness of where he is, perhaps baiting Andros Jay into that corner, maybe playing a little bit of possum, or maybe if this is just the last gasps. Went for the running bulldog, escaped by Andros Jay. And it's Miller time! Goes for the pin. The big hit from the mustachioed man.
So there you have it, 1-1 now in this British rules match.
A very quick round there. Good move from Peter Miller to start off with a bang and to not let up on the aggression until it was done. To hit the Miller time and put an end to round 4 as quickly as possible. Not spend more energy than you need to.
And speaking of good moves, we just saw Bruce Barrow, the coach of Andros Jay, bring him a white monster. What feels like even more than monster?
I mean, with Andros Jay and Bruce Bravo in that corner, I think we've got more than enough white monsters in the building.
Peter Miller missing the Miller time there. And Andros Jay has that almost getting a freak out there to maintain and get this victory in his arsenal.
Yeah, I think not a bad move from Peter Miller to try and go for what was obviously and immediately successful in the last round. Andros Jay ready for it that time.
I think if you go to the well too many times, you will look with the intended result.
Another big tornado DDT off the second round, not enough to seal out round 2. But it doesn't finish the match in round 5. A second win for Peter Miller.
That was 2.9.
Perhaps storing his second well of energy in his mustache.
You know what with a group of such
I mean, it's much like Samson and Delilah. If it's removed, he loses all of his power.
And Andros looking to maybe finish things off here.
It's time again. Miller time at number 2. A little bit slower to get the cover here. Stretching up high.
And I think those few seconds of hesitation there from Peter Miller, the energy sapping from him, prevented him from getting the cover.
Could have been all the difference there, those split seconds.
And Peter just calling for his signature move, the mustache slam.
Oh, things breaking down on the outside between Bruce Bravo and Big O. Momentary stretch. There's Andros Jay to get the super kick on Peter Miller.
Peter just said into the void.
the winner of this match with that for Andros Jay.
Just like that, the end of Miller time, no mustache slam, mustache officially down.
I mean, it wasn't exactly a clean finish there. The distraction on the part of Chris Bravo, taking the back around saying, look at him now, the match is over. And they are laying into Peter Miller. Big O still reeling on the outside, doesn't know what's going on.
But think about this. The don't thing is damage that this will do to Big O is next. This is a mission to Big O. That's me to Big O. Here he is.
Chasing him into the ring, coming to the defense of Peter Miller. Look at them, the second subs are even, they flee.
It's like flee, it's a tactical retreat. Okay. This is only the first stage of the war.
These men will only attack when they have an unfair advantage.
But what is that about the part of mustache?
Oh, Peter Miller chasing them to the back. I hope he puts them on top and sends them home.
What on earth do you want that film?